We're diving deep into the heartfelt and emotional final episode of My Happy Marriage Season 2, Episode 13, titled The Shape of My Happiness. The episode begins with a calm atmosphere, a much-needed breather after the recent chaos. The supernatural threats have been dealt with, and peace seems to be returning. Miyo is seen peeling an orange for Erita while he's resting. Playfully, Erita teases her, saying, "Being hospitalized isn't so bad if you're going to peel oranges for me like this." Miyo then asks him seriously, "Did you plan from the beginning to have no Shiyujui shot?" Erita Tsuruki finally opens up. He admits his mistakes honestly and apologizes sincerely to both Miyo and Kiyoka. Miyo shares how the entire situation was traumatic for her. Erita no longer hides behind pride. Instead, he takes responsibility for the pain he caused. This moment serves as a symbolic closure to old wounds, especially between him and Miyo. Miyo then says, "If only I could have used my ability back then, I might have been able to fix things." That moment, Kiyoka arrives. Erita, still teasing, says to him, "You came here to see me, didn't you?" Kiyoka responds firmly, "Don't misunderstand. I came here to pick up Miyo." As she walks over to Kiyoka and the two prepare to leave. As they are about to depart, Erita jokingly remarks, "You two are going on a date, aren't you?" Miyo smiles and replies, "Yes." The scene shifts to Kiyoka's mother and sister discussing his upcoming wedding. They're talking about preparations, particularly about what dress Miyo should wear. It's a warm, light-hearted moment between them as they share their thoughts. Hazuki gently presents Miyo with a delicate white kimono. "This," she says with a tender smile, "is the white kimono father gave mother when she married into the Kuda family. It's well worn now because I wore it too. And Miyo, I want you to inherit it." Miyo stands frozen for a moment, overwhelmed. Her eyes begin to well up as her voice, trembling with emotion, narrates her thoughts. "The outfit my mother wore when she married into the Saimori family, it doesn't exist anymore. So the thought of inheriting something from someone, it never even occurred to me that such a moment could be possible." Unable to hold back her tears, Miyo's emotions overflow. Kiyoka's mother, observing her crying, says dryly, "Crying over a mere piece of clothing? How pathetic." Still, there's no harshness in her tone, and with surprising gentleness, she hands Miyo a handkerchief. "Miyo, thank you." Just then, Hazuki teases with a laugh, "Mother, when you received this same white kimono, father told me, you were so happy you cried buckets, you know." Kiyoka's mother's face turns beet red. She snaps back with a flustered tone, "Be quiet." Kiyoka Kudu, a man who has spent most of his life on the battlefield, leading with strength and honor. But now he chooses something far more personal, love over duty. With a calm resolve, he submits his resignation papers, a symbolic act that speaks volumes. He's ready to step away from conflict, to finally live a life not for the Empire but for himself and Miyo. But he doesn't leave his responsibilities hanging. In a quiet, respectful gesture, he appoints Gadu as his successor, ensuring the unit he led so fiercely will be in good hands. This decision, it's not just mature, it's deeply heartwarming. It shows that Kiyoka isn't just protecting Miyo from the outside world. He's also building a life with her emotionally, mentally, completely. He's choosing peace. He's choosing her. After their quiet little date, Miyo and Kiyoka return home. But they're not alone. Outside, a sleek black car is already waiting, parked like a silent messenger of fate. Standing beside it is Takakura, the ever-formal envoy from the Imperial Palace. He greets them with courtesy but wastes no time. "The Imperial Gifted Communications Bureau is extending an invitation to you, Miyo," he says firmly. He speaks of the chaos that recently unfolded in the capital, the kind of disaster they can't afford to repeat. "That's why," he explains, "we need individuals with your abilities to serve under Prince Takahito." Then, turning to Kiyoka, he adds, "As Miyo's husband, you're welcome to come to the Imperial Palace as well." A formal offer, and a test of their resolve. Before going, Takakura simply says, Take your time. Think it over. And just like that, he's gone. Miyo and Kiyoka are left sitting in silence. Now the choice is theirs. As night blankets the sky, peace settles in their quiet home. Miyo and Kiyoka sit beside each other, the silence between them warm and comforting. After a pause, Kiyoka gently says, "I've submitted my resignation. I'm no longer part of the military." Miyo looks at him in surprise. "But that's something you've devoted so much time to." Kiyoka smiles softly and replies, "Because now, I want to spend my time with you. I want a peaceful life with you in it." Her heart swells with emotion. She reaches out and embraces him, whispering, "I support your decision truly." Then, after a moment, Kiyoka pulls back slightly and asks her the question that's been on his mind. "What about you, Miyo? What do you want to do about the offer from the Imperial Palace this morning?" Miyo stays quiet for a heartbeat, then replies with gentle certainty, "I don't want to go either. I just want to stay here with you." They hold each other again, more tightly than before, two souls finally free to love, to live, and to choose peace. The next morning arrives with quiet resolve. Miyo and Kiyoka visit Prince Takahito at the Imperial Palace. As they bow respectfully, the prince greets them calmly, but then he looks at Kiyoka and politely says, "Kiyoka, would you mind waiting outside?" Kiyoka nods and silently steps away, giving Miyo the space to speak her heart. Prince turns to Miyo, his expression gentle yet serious. "So, Miyo, what have you decided about the offer?" Taking a breath, Miyo raises her eyes and responds with quiet strength. "Thank you for the opportunity, but I've made my decision. I don't wish to join the Gifted Communications Bureau. I simply want to live peacefully with Kiyoka." Prince takes a moment, then smiles with understanding. "I respect your decision, Miyo," he says with warmth in his voice. With that, the meeting ends and Miyo rejoins Kiyoka outside. Kiyoka brings Miyo to a quiet, scenic spot. There, he hands her a small gift. Kiyoka gently reaches into his coat and takes out a small box. Inside is a delicate hairpin. "I thought this would suit you," he says calmly, offering it to Miyo. She accepts it with a warm smile and a quiet "thank you." Then Miyo pulls out something, a new braided cord. She steps closer, lifts his hair gently, and ties the cord onto Kiyoka's hair. They exchange a look. No big words, just mutual understanding. After the quiet exchange of gifts, they hug each other, holding on to the moment. Then Kiyoka asks gently, "Miyo, will you marry me?" Miyo pauses, blushing slightly, then nods with a soft smile. "Yes, I love you." And with that, the episode closes, not with fireworks or grand declarations, but with a simple, honest beginning to their new life together. That's all for today's breakdown of My Happy Marriage Season 2, Episode 13. I hope you enjoyed the episode as much as I did. If you liked this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and share it with your friends who love the series. And hey, don't forget to leave your thoughts in the comments below. What did you think of the season finale? But before I wrap up, I'm going to drop some major spoilers for Season 3, so if you haven't read or watched it yet, this is your warning to click away now. Spoilers ahead. In Season 3, we dive deep into the aftermath of the events of this season. Miyo's relationship with Kiyoka faces some serious challenges, especially with the arrival of new characters that bring even more drama into their lives. There's also a huge revelation about Miyo's past that'll shake everything she thought she knew. And as for Erita, things get way more complicated with his journey as he faces some really dark moments that could change the course of his future. It's an emotional roller coaster, so trust me, you're going to want to keep up. Spoilers end. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, take care and stay tuned for more awesome content.